Chelsea. This is my channel, The Fancy Hat Lady Reads. I am wearing my booktube hat, and today I am bringing you my monthly recommendations video for the month of June. Monthly Recommendations is a Goodreads group created by Trina from Between Chapters and Kayla Rain. I will link all of the information for the group down below. Every month they give us a topic so we can generate a list of recommendations based on that topic and share on our YouTube channels, blogs, whatever. The theme for June is Around the World, and that can be interpreted in a variety of different ways. Now, I struggled with this theme a bit because I was looking at the books I read, and a really surprisingly small percentage of them actually take place in the real world at all. But I have picked 3 that do. They are all 3 books that take place in different regions of the world at different times in history, and I'm looking forward to sharing them with you. The first book is a book that I have done a full review of on this channel, and that's Fudoki by Kij Johnson. I'll link my review of this book if you want to check it out. This is a book that takes place in the Heian period in Japan, which is roughly the 12th century, I think. It's got a double narrative going on. The main storyline is about an aging princess named Haruame who knows that she is about to die, and so she's preparing and cleaning out her belongings so that she can leave court, which is what they do because they don't want to die at court. And she finds some journals and she starts writing in them, and what she writes in them is the story of a cat. And so I sort of think of this as a fantasy story within a historical fiction novel, because this story is about a cat who transforms into human form and goes on a journey across all of Japan. And so this fits the idea of Around the World in that it is also about a journey and about Haruame imagining through the eyes of this character that she's writing about what it would be like to travel to the far reaches of her country. One of the things I loved about this book was how deeply steeped it is in Japanese history and tradition and culture. You can just tell that the time period was really thoroughly researched. And so if you're looking for something that uses the ability to delve into a historical and cultural setting that's really specific and really complex in some ways to write about universal human themes, I think this is a good book for that. So I have that for Japan. The next region of the world that I want to take you to with a book is Ancient Greece and Troy, and the book I have for that is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I only gave this book a 3-star rating when I read it last summer, but that's really because when I read it, I really wasn't in the mood for a tragedy. This is a retelling of the story of the life of Achilles growing up, and then, of course, the Trojan War. So this is an Iliad retelling. And if you know the Iliad, you know how devastatingly badly things are going to go in the latter half of this book. And I was not in the mood for that when I read this, but I still think it's a very good book, and it's one I haven't talked about on this channel, so I do want to recommend it. This book is told from the point of view of Patroclus, and in this book he has a romantic relationship with Achilles, and it ends up being a lot about Achilles as this figure with this great destiny as the son of a goddess, and what that means versus what it means to be contented with normal human things in life. And I thought that was just a beautiful take on a retelling of the Iliad, and it made so much sense, and I loved that, and I think I might have cried at the end. So I think this does a really great job as a retelling on some levels. You know I love retellings. I do struggle a bit with like straight up tragedies where you know you know everyone's gonna die at the end, and I see. But if that is something that sounds really great to you and you are looking for a Trojan War retelling, this is a beautifully written one. The last book I have for you is British because, as you may have figured out, I am a bit of an Anglophile. And that is Brat, Farrar by Josephine Tay. I think this was first published in 1950. Josephine Tay is known as a classic mystery writer. This is a mystery novel, but it's not like a traditional whodunit type mystery novel. The protagonist, Brat Farrar, is an imposter impersonating the long presumed dead son of the Ashby family, who would be the heir to the family's fortune. But you, the reader, know this from the beginning, so that isn't the mystery, and it takes a long time for the actual mystery of the book to present itself. So along the way, it's kind of this fascinating imposter family drama. And part of what's so cool about this book is it makes Brat Farrar a sympathetic protagonist, which does interesting things with your mind as a reader. This is a very vintagey, Britishy book. It has that vintagey, Britishy feel. It's very old-fashioned-y, very compelling read. I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it in part because it feels very British to me. I've read one of Josephine Tay's other books, Miss Pym Disposes, which I picked up honestly for the title. I did like Brat Farrar better. So yeah, I have 12th century Japan, I have Bronze Age Greece / Troy, and I have 20th century England. That is my around the world for you. I hope you are having a lovely week. I hope you are reading a lot. I am reading a lot because it is the middle of tome topple. Anyways, I also hope that the weather where you are is as nice as it is here right now, because this is some nice weather out the window I'm looking at. If you've read any of these books, let me know what you thought of them. If you have any books to recommend to me, please do. I'll be looking forward to watching other people's monthly recommendations videos for this topic. Anyhow, I will see you all later. Bye for now.